Today, we travel across the ocean to Amsterdam's biggest skate park for a tour and a much needed skate session, so let's pick up our journey at Stansted Airport in London.
2 hours later.
After landing in Dam, we had one simple mission, and that was to grab a nice new bodacious board. Had to search a few shops to find something that I liked, but with that out the way, we are ready to roll.
The next day.
This place is absurdly big, and as you know from the title of today's video, we're going to the best skate park in Amsterdam, so without further ado, let's set up the board that we bought yesterday and get to it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, with the skate session almost over, it's time to strap the GoPro to our chest and have a little POV tour of the park. So dropping in at the ramp by the waves, I'm going to go over the top of those and head up the left side of the park. This bit on the right, the rail I mean, it's about 30 feet long, so if you're into that kind of thing, I'd definitely reckon that as a challenge. At the top, we have this, which I believe is the biggest bowl, obviously guarded by the rails. You know when it has those, it's kind of a big deal. It doesn't look that big on the camera, but the small section is probably about 8 to 10 feet, and the big section is around double that, to be honest with you. It's definitely out of my price range for a drop-in. It's got proper pool coping, and a little bit of vert on the top as well, which is what the kind of skater that would have that bowl would want anyway, so it's not really for me. This next bowl we have here, this is way more of an open pool style layout. This is the biggest section that I'm going around right now. As you can see, it's way more open. It's got that boob in the middle. It's got plenty of hips, gaps, transition, all sorts of transfers. It's got a flat bank, copings, anything you need. And then moving that, we've got some gaps on the side of it if you wanted to hit that into the bowl, maybe a little extension. And the third bowl, which is now coming up just here on the left. But before we get into that, we have the little street section on the right there, which is where I started this session off. It has the boob in the middle, it has some stairs, some massively steep ramps. Honestly, the transitions here are a little bit weird. I'm not 100% certain if I enjoy them as much as I could have, because as you can see, this flat bank here, hella steep. There's obviously that third bowl behind me that I didn't actually get footage of for some reason, because I'm an idiot, but it's about 6 to 8 foot. And then we have these quarter pipes that are like on the side of the street section, but like I said, these ramps are, the transitions aren't that great. As you can see, as I go up towards that ledge, the ramp on one side is huge and the ramp on the other side is tiny, so it feels a bit weird. And then they have a bunch of grindable benches and banks and stuff around everywhere. So as you can see down there is where I started this journey. We're going to do a little drop in here and go down the left. This part is more like stair training. I mean, there's some banks, some cool little like manual gaps, which we're going to tackle right now. But as you can see on the right, they've got ledges, stairs, a lot of drop down stuff. So there's not a lot of distance on the gaps, but some of them have a bit of height. And obviously you can see this little manual section right here is actually quite fun to hit into the checkered bank, which leads us to the other side of the park, over the boob, and then you've got this like vert style 4-foot ramp. It's pretty sketchy. On the right of this, we have the biggest stairs that I've seen at a skate park, which is like 10 stairs. And then we're going to go down this section by the smaller set of stairs, up the ledge where you can do some ollie manuals, kickflip manuals, whatever you feel like. On the right, you've got the stair sets that you can ollie up, ollie down. I tried to boneless it, but it failed, so that's not fun. And then we have the marble benches that are great for tail slides, no slides. You know the kind of thing these are good for. And then you have a little small free set on the right and the same thing at the bottom. You could hit both those, little double set with the hubber on the right. I think this is a pretty cool stair set. I had a little practice on that, although today was hella windy, hence the voiceover. But there is only one more bit of the park that I want to show you, and it's actually my favorite part. So going down the Euro Gap, we have the little street art banks here. These are so nice, and they have the same design on the side of the wave patterns right there. This park is honestly one of my favorites aesthetically, but to skate, it does leave a little bit to desired. Anyway, if you want to come to this park, I've left the address on screen. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the Amsterdam trip part 2.